for the downtown. It'd be like Anthony Stagliano, the captain, to come up to speak to his people.
Good evening, everybody. Dominic or to most of us better known as Nicky, has been involved with the Downtowners and in the Mummer community for nearly his entire life. He's worked in many capacities, including steward, business agent, vice president, and team coordinator. Nicky also sits on the very few Hall of Fame members of the Downtowners Fans Brigade, both in friendship and in mummery. Nicky's that guy who will also walk through a wall for his fellow club members, as well as other members in various clubs. While Nicky may be the biggest bull in a china shop, he is also a main soldier you want in the front line with you, as his loyalty is unwavering, and his execution during game time is his true strength. He's not only a soldier, but he's that guy who lives and breathes mummery. As a major contributor, he's also an ambassador for innovation and creativity. With men like this, as part of our organization, we continue to test the boundaries that never seem to be limited with Nicky at our side. We feel it is only fitting to honor him with the great walls of the Mummers Museum as a Veteran Hall of Fame member, Dominic D'Alonso. As our second nominee, Joe Campbell has been in the Mummer community basically since he has been able to walk. His father brought him into the Downtowners when he was just a young boy. Theodore Roosevelt coined the phrase of "speak softly and carry a big stick." This proverbial saying means you do not have to fall into the category of an aggressor in order to get your actions to be powerful. This could not be truer of Joe. A carpenter of profession and in trade, Joe is a master builder to this day. Having served on the costume committee for decades, his calm and quiet demeanor not only keeps him at the helm of the foreman and set designs, but also establishes him as a sounding board when creating floats and props. Joe has served on many committees for the Downtowners over 5 decades and is current Downtowners Hall of Fame member. When we think of veterans who made their mark and who have been a staple in their club in the Mummer community, Joe Campbell exemplifies a true icon. Joe Campbell.
For the Joker Youth Association, Bill Wichert Jr.
I just want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and congratulate every Veteran Hall of Fame tonight too. Jim Penza is our first induction. Jim Penza comes from a long line of family in the Jokers. The Penza Keller family has been with the Jokers every step of the way since the beginning. Just like Mike Wichert, Jim has been carrying suits since they were 3 years old. Jim has held many titles into the Jokers: Vice President, Trustee, Treasurer, but the best is the best tap dancer from 2006. I think Jim's best title has been mentor. Jim has been sitting on the board director with the Jokers since I think he was 3 years old. He has been a mentor to so many of us in this group of the Jokers. He is always the most level-headed voice of reason tries for the younger guys to step up and lead. He's probably represented and mentored 85% of the e-board that we have on our board right now. So congratulations, Jimmy. We love you. Come on up. Now we have Michael Wichert.
Now when he goes up, we gotta go crazy.
Michael Wichert is not only my godfather, but a big deal in the Jokers. Mike Wichert is a 50-year member with the Jokers. Mike started his mummer career with his father, a founding member, along with his older brother Bill. Then soon after, his younger brother Kevin joined in. Mike has two sons, Mike and Pat, now keeping the Wichert family parading tradition well into the Joker's 70th year. Mike was a sketch artist, theme coordinator into the 70s and 80s. For the Joker's themes, different captains have relied on him for probably the past 20 years. I've also believed that Mike started the whole, what's the word on the street? Which he usually starts asking probably around July 1st every single year. So congratulations, Mike. Come on up.
From the Spartans, 5th Brigade, Earl Hoffman.
First off, I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight, honoring our 2019 inductees. It's a big deal. These people don't get all the recognition. They're kind of behind the scenes folks, and this is very nice. Basically, two things about Pat. He has 40 plus years in the parade. He started with a golden crown, satin slipper, shooting stars, and lastly, all use hopefully the Spartans. So basically, another thing about Pat, is his dedication to the club. He's basically what we would call the glue. Every member and every brigade here has members like this. They're the people that do the behind the scenes work, all the dirty jobs. They go to the garage, they'll build out their second floor. They will go to the club, they'll fix a leaky faucet, toilet, or pipe. They don't get all the recognition. Pat's a great guy, big heart, and with that, 2019 members and officers of Spartans, I'd like to congratulate Pat and introduction to the ball.
From the South Philly Vikings, members of the Lubbers family, come on up. Come on.
You got it, Ash.
There are many reasons why my father has been such an inspiration to me. For as long as I can remember, my father has been involved with Lubbers. In 1978, he joined the Strutters, and in 89, he joined the South Philly Vikings, and has been his home ever since. I remember watching him perform in each suit every year with a smile on his face, and that smile was contagious and made me smile even bigger. I smiled because I was proud of him and because he was so happy. As a child, I'd walk back into school every winter break and brag to all my friends that my dad was a mummer on TV. To me, he was a celebrity and an asset to the tradition of mummering. He's instilled that tradition within myself, my siblings, and his grandchildren. Every other day of the year, my father works and works and works and works hard to give my family everything from a roof over our heads to fun-filled vacations or anything we could ever want or need. Though we may not have been rich with money, he taught us to be rich with love and perseverance. He never stops trying. He never stops going above and beyond, and I admire him more than he ever knows for that. He helps everyone he can, and just like New Year's Day, today is about him. Watching him enjoying himself with all those loyal friends he's made throughout the years, laughing alongside one another. I want to thank his friends in the Vikings for always seeing him as the fantastic man and mummer he is, and the Mummers Association for including him into such a special group of individuals who love being a part of mummery as much as he does. Though I may not dance, it is an honor for me to marshal next to you every year. Congratulations, Dad. We love you.
Speech!
From the South Philly Vikings, Ron Kenney Jr. This guy said no stuttering.
We're in for one long night. So, of course, I'm on here on behalf of my father that started back in 1969. Jeff, what's it? 1969 with the Hammond Club. Then he went along the lines to the Charles Klein Club. And I guess he hated that too. So then he went to the Strutters with Billy Harvey. Everybody knows who Bruce Kevin Little out there. There you go, Dad Harvey. But then he became captain there for 2 years, 1999 and 2000. Then that's when he retired there. I left, went with the South Philly Vikings. He came 2 years after me. Loved it. He loved it. He still loves it now. I remember when he retired from the Vikings with 2006. Probably the funniest story ever I got. We get done at the convention center, and we get off the buses at front and watch. Woke up the second to watch, and I'm like, Dad, what's the matter? You alright? He's like, fuck this. I'm retired. This show put me in retirement here. We did the Indians, so we go back and watch the show that night. Everybody goes off in the circle. He's the only one left with all the girls on the floor. His group been off for 30 seconds. And here he came hopping on. But now, I mean, everybody knows him now as the guy like who runs this, man. He's Rusty's right-hand man. And he'll probably won't stop until Rusty stops. So Rusty better never retire. But Dad, congratulations, Veterans Hall of Fame.
From the Avenue Fans Brigade, Robert Fitzmaurice.
Avenue HMYB officially nominated Mike Gare for induction into the Brigade Association Veterans Hall of Fame. Mike is one of them guys that every club should have, be lucky enough to have in their team. After wearing the suit for a number of years, he has found that his skills are much more better used behind the scenes as our head marshal. Mike is an integral part of our successful parade day. He drives the truck that keeps us moving on the street, makes sure we stay on time, knows the ins and outs of every show, and makes sure we follow the rules. Whether it's building props, keeping us running smoothly on New Year's Day, or organizing softball, shuffleboard, or darts, Mike never hesitates to jump in and help before even having to ask. Not only with our club, but with every other club as well. On behalf of myself, Pat, the officers and membership, it's my privilege and honor to nominate Mike Gare in the Veterans Hall of Fame. Thank you.
From the Saturnalian Youth Association, Jack Hattie Jr.
Hey, Jack, make it good, Jack. Make it good.
Yes, sir, Ron. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. All right, I'll do Drumstas first. I wanted to congratulate everybody who got into the Veterans Hall of Fame today. On behalf of the Saturnalians and myself, congratulations. It's all well deserved. All you guys deserve it. Worked a lot of years and put a lot of time into make this night possible and get the recognition you deserve. But they called me up here today for whatever reasons. I'm not the captain no more. I got voted out because I can't dance and I'm fat. I can go on and on, but it's not nice.
You're gonna find an argument for me, Jack.
I try really hard. I try to dance, but all right. All right. Don't call me weak up. But today, right now, I'm here to talk about Eddie Drumstas. If you haven't fought him or have been in a fight with him, you know his passion for mummery is few and far between. Eddie has always tried as hard as he can to make sure the stats were top-notch and to make sure we always looked as best we can. And Eddie was always somebody, for my 11 years being captain, Eddie's the guy I didn't even, you hear a lot. We would turn and say, I looked at that guy to do it. I didn't turn and look at Eddie to do it. Eddie to do it. I turned and knew Eddie was going to do it. Eddie did probably the best job in the parade for the past 11 years for me. And, for the past 32 years, Eddie has given his life and his passion to mummery. And for the past 20 years, he's given everything to the Sats. And I cannot be personally more thankful for that than Eddie to give that to us and to make us that much more better on the street every year and throughout the whole course of the year. Eddie has done everything you can imagine, from building back pieces. 2018, he built that giant back piece, but that was not me. That was all Eddie. So everything you see, all them pictures in 2018, that's Eddie Drumstas. That is not me. Eddie put that on my back. I said, no problem. You got it, brother. And he said, this is going to change everything, and I believe in it. And Eddie did that, and that's all Eddie Drumstas. That picture, that year, that whole performance of what you see is all Eddie Drumstas. And that is just one of the thousands of reasons why Eddie Drumstas is going to the Veterans Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Eddie. Still can't. The next guy I'm up here to induct into the Veterans Hall of Fame is somebody, again, who flies under the radar in the face of the rest of the Lubbers community. He not only dedicated 30, 40 years into the phase brigades, he also did 26 years with the SATs. And just like everybody else in this room, when you do 26 years in one certain club, it's hard to overlook and not understand the commitment. That's awesome. The commitment and the pride and the dedication that somebody has for your certain club, your building, your commitment to what you want to put on the street on New Year's Day. So every year, our show is watched on New Year's Day. This man is a giant part of what we do and what everybody does. When I think Lubbers personally, and when my club thinks Lubbers personally, I think of guys like Sean. Sean, every single year, every single day throughout the club, when text goes out or phone call goes out, hey, we have to do this, we have to go to the floats, or we have to go to convention center. Before that text is sent, he's standing there waiting for instructions on what to do, and then he goes above and beyond to do it. He does it not only for us, for our club, and for Lubbers in general, he does it for his family and his kids that are following the right steps. So I want to personally thank, and our club would like to thank, Sean Penrose, and congratulations for being here with us.
Bill McIntyre Shooting Stars, Brian Smith. He's making his way up.
I'd like to congratulate all the award winners tonight. Like Jackie and a few other guys say, these are the backbone of this association. Guys who do fly under the radar. I'd like to thank you, Bill McIntyre, Shooting Stars. I'd like to thank each and every one of you. Congratulations. The officers and members of Bill McIntyre Shooting Stars would like to congratulate two of our own on their induction to the Fast Brigade Association Veterans Hall of Fame, Jack Bradley and Tim Evers. Both gentlemen have been members of Bill McIntyre Shooting Stars for over 25 years. Both are very well respected by their peers, and both have played a very intricate part of the club's success during that time. But with that being said, both definitely did so in different fashions. Not big enough. Jack was always our go-to guy for any refrigeration and for HVAC issues. But more than that, Jack was always there whether he was moving floats from one location to another, cleaning the club. There was no task too big or too small for Jack to take on. He was always ready and willing to lend a hand in any way he could. Tim, better known as Timo, on the other hand, is deeply involved in the New Year's Day preparations and performance. He can regularly be found in his lair at the clubhouse basement, tending to suits or props. His work is impeccable. He's the go-to guy at the convention center, always walking around with his tool belt on to ensure the hall is secure and stays that way during our performances. So as you can see, two very important members with separate influences affect the structure of Bill McIntyre Shooting Stars. Both of these men are connected to the brigade in different manners, but have a very important role within the Stars family. If I may, I would like to ask each of you guys to now come up and accept their awards. We could not be more proud of you guys, and we are extremely grateful that we can call each of you members of Bill McIntyre Shooting Stars. Jack and Timo, please come.
On behalf of Clevemore Fancy Brigade, I'd like to speak about our two nominees tonight. Steve, Big Steve, or Money as he is known, started as a juvenile member of Little Clevemore. Funny story of him is that he was scared of Paulie Crackers, aka Cola-Tursi. When Paulie stole his hat one time, Steve freaked out, thought he ripped his pom pop off. Little did he know that Paulie only turned his hat inside out. Yeah, Steve's come a long way in our organization. He's held many offices. He was president, co-captain. He has sat on the House Committee as steward, as well as the theme committee. He is also known for wanting to have filet mignon on New Year's Eve, figuring that we would always be done on New Year's Eve. Well, that did happen a lot of times. We had cheesesteak or Chinese food. Although he likes a lot of fundraisers, he never was a fan of a cookie swap in the middle of December. Yeah. He's the guy that freaks out at the littlest things, but we were always able to keep him in check. At the end of the day, his heart and soul was always with Clevemore, as he is paraded behind 4 Clevemore captains, as well as generations of family members. We say the heart and soul is about family. Steve has been able to perform along with his father, his 2 sons, his 2 daughters, his granddaughter, and even though she didn't have much rhythm, his wife. My brother from another mother, congratulations on this well-deserved honor. It is indeed to announce you as 2019 Veterans Hall of Fame member, Steve Masino. Is the outside checking your pressure? Where's he at? Come on, Steve. Back in the room, we're used to that shit. How can I talk about the next person without saying thanks? In the world of mummery, she's been involved from so long, from even when women were not allowed to be in costume, or were even allowed to be around. Roe Cola-Tursi has seen a lot, supported a lot, and did almost everything that is involved with putting on a performance or a production of a Mummers Parade. Although she never wore a suit, and when it was time to let women wear suits, she said, no, you guys had your chance, I'm not wearing a suit. She started out as Cola's daughter, became Ralph's wife, and now is Rocco's mom. She's also Rocco's sister Jacqueline's mom, if you know who she is. You came a long way from sitting on the sidelines. She supported her dad as a female part of the glue crew. 2 members of the glue crew are here tonight to support you. She was involved in making kids' suits, costumes, handled the makeup for each year, and as well as decorating the final touches of the costumes, props, and even the floats. You are a true veteran that sacrificed a lot within our family, within your own family. You supported Clevemore Brigade as well as your husband Ralph when he decided to do a crazy business of becoming a costumer. And you're there beside him. My sister and my best friend. I know Mom and Dad would be so proud of you tonight. As this well-deserved honor is more special since you didn't cancel and you actually showed up tonight. Roe Cola-Tursi. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Penza Brigade Association, we ask Joe Kurtz Jr. to come up to speak about his dad, a longtime member and director of our association, who will be going in and Veterans Hall of Fame posthumously, Joe Kurtz Sr. Joe Kurtz Jr., please come up.
I will. Once this is done, all right, Pop? Once this is done, all right? I'm videoing.
I want to start by thanking the board and all the clubs for this recognition of my dad. It's been a long time, and it's been what a class to go in with, from iconic women like Roe to Pat Thomas and all the shooting stars, the jokers that have gone in, Drumstas, Sean, Kenney Sr., who's had a lot of courage with my dad, knew him a lot of years. But if he was here, he would love it and be so humble. And he would always want to go in not as a director, but as a fancy Dan. As all you know, they partied like it was 1999 every year, no matter what they did. My dad was a huge advocate of small clubs, and it still makes him so happy how well the Avenuers do, Clevemore does every year. The Strutters win the first prize. He was at the club forever. But the one time I'll never forget being a little kid, back when the Fancy Danes came in fourth place, and Jack Crumlish won Best Captain. I didn't see my father for like 2 weeks. But so my fondest memories is of the Mummers. That's why I love it so much. And I came back, was away, and me and my wife decided to come back. There's nothing like Philadelphia and the Mummers. People down there don't know what goes on in Florida, but there's nothing better than this, especially this iconic building. But I just want to thank everybody again, and he'd be so proud watching down, and it's well overdue, and I'm glad I was able to get him into this induction class of 2019. Thank you. We'd like all the inductees to come up. We're going to take a group shot right now. If anybody can come up here, please.